Spiritual Psychics TV is hosting the first annual recognition of achievements this December, acknowledging those who dedicate their lives to a spiritual act of kindness. Spiritual Psychics TV, bringing spiritual people together.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning to Wimbledon Spiritualist Church and our Divine Service on a Sunday. I haven't had a drink yet. Divine Service on a Sunday, and to the virtual congregation and to the physical congregation here today. I extend a warm and loving welcome. Our medium this morning is Reverend Lesley Malton. Got that right? And Lesley's here. You'll see her in a moment. And I'll be turning the camera around. Lesley's injured her leg recently, and so she's going to be sitting in the chair doing the clairvoyance. And friends, I hope we have a wonderful day. We've had the world has had a very tough week with what's going on all around the world, especially in Afghanistan. And we've got to not become armchair terrorists, but become people that send out light and love to the world and give strength to those in charge, helping them to make the right and correct decisions. So friends, I'm going to ask Lesley to open with prayer.
Good morning, everyone. Divine Father, Spirit God, we thank you for bringing us here to this wonderful church this morning for our Sunday service. May we have a service filled with love and light and happiness. And may I be used as a channel with my guides and my helpers to bring messages of love and proof that there is no death and that life carries on from the spirit world. We leave this service in your name with your blessings. Amen.
Amen. Friends, keeping that prayerful thought, we ask for healing of mind, body and spirit for all those who are in need. For those in the world, especially in Afghanistan at this moment in time, and where is trial and torment, that they give comfort and ease, that the angels strengthen them in their times. We ask for healing this morning for Jackie, Lesley, Kelly and Stephen, Claire and Ashley, Rachel, Ogan, Stephen Kimber, Tony and Julie, Mark and Eileen, Julie, Zuzu, Jill, Amber, the Malkin family, Shireen, Shirley and Barbara. May their light and comfort be given to them from the angels, and may the love and the power of the Spirit manifest in their lives. So mote it be. Can we all say together the Serenity Prayer? God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Thank you. Well, friends, can I ask at this time, we're going to go around physically here in the church with the offertory, if George would be able to do that, and ask all of you in virtual land, if you wish to donate to the church, if you go to our PayPal account, which is www.paypal.com, paypal.me/LAD promotions. That will help with the work and the mission of the Wimbledon and Hatbridge Spiritualist churches. So I'm very grateful for all those who donated last week here at the church and those who did online. Thank you. people laughing and giggling here this morning. Don't know what makes them so happy. Thank you, George. Thank you very much indeed. Can we say hello to a few names on the screen this morning? Good morning, June and the Malton family. I hope the light and love of the Spirit is with you at this moment of time for all the difficulties you're all going through. God bless you all. Nadia, good morning and welcome. Holly Johnson, good morning and welcome. Betty, good morning and welcome. V, good morning. Christine, good morning and welcome. Tony, good morning and welcome to our service. Suzanne, good morning and welcome. Joanne, good morning and welcome to our service this morning. Maria, good morning from Australia. We'll try and do an Australian accent, but it's awful. Jenny, good morning and welcome. Vicky Taylor, good morning. Christine, good morning and welcome. Trish, good morning and welcome. Claire, good morning. I hope you have a lovely morning with us. Michaela, good morning and welcome. Anne, good morning and welcome. Deborah, good morning and welcome. Joe, good morning. Sorry you're not sleeping. Dominic, good morning and welcome. Busy Bee, good morning, Bernie. How are you, darling? Hope you're all right. You're in Lincolnshire, are you? Debbie, good morning. Do one more. Ashley Mitchell, good morning and welcome. Margaret, good morning. Lovely to see you, darling. Hope to catch up with you soon. Connie, good morning and welcome. From Netherlands, good morning. Okay, friends, I've got the reading this morning from a book. It's called On the Side of Angels. It was written by a very good friend of the Robinson family, Jean Bassett. Jean I sat in circle with back in the very early 70s when I first came into spiritualism. And Jean herself became a minister of the Spiritualist National Union and a fellow of the Spiritualist National Union. She was a great, passionate worker for the SNU. And she wrote a book on Gordon Higginson, on a biography of him. And I've just taken a few words from here. Of course, there has always been a spiritualism, because spiritualism is all about fact. It's about you being here, coming to the earth, living here, having a soul, and about a God, which is not man, but rather a power, a universal mind. We shouldn't try and find a name for God or an identity, because we are limiting Earth's terms of power, which although also the Earth is certainly not an earthly being, as in God. There have always been mediums who were very envious. There will always be an amount of jealousy with mediums. That's true. I brought in a certain style which was successful and popular. I was getting bookings where others were not, and there was some tension from around where I lived. There are those who are successful in their own right and know that what they are doing is of the true spirit. And sometimes, though, they still get jealous. Most worked on their own or worked in other places, other spiritualist churches, SAGB, or at Stansted Hall. But because they're mediums, they should truly understand and acknowledge they are working for the spirit, that greater good, the universal mind. All mediums today, whether they are good or not, are in demand. They are better treated in some ways and welcome to churches more than we were in our days. In the early days of Malton Church, we did not allow private sittings. I changed that, saying it must be allowed. This is the medium's bread and butter, and it is right we should have this opportunity. We can't always afford to pay mediums more nowadays, but the fact is we need mediums of the Spirit. We ask a blessing upon those words. Now I ask Lesley to give the address for the morning.
I'm quite happy not to see myself and not to be shown on camera. Oh, a bit more. I knew Richard was going to say that.
It's okay, Richard.
Lovely.
Thank you.
Good morning, everybody in church and on the internet. It's lovely to be. It's the first service I've done back in church for such a long time. And apart from our wedding a little while ago, it's the first time I've been here for ages, so it's really, really lovely. I wanted to talk about what's been going on. There's been so much turmoil, hasn't there, in our world the last 18 months. Things have been so hard. And I don't think there's one person here today watching or in church today that this hasn't affected in one way or another, whether with fear, mental problems from staying indoors. I think it's affected us all. And we're always, as humans or people, spiritualists, spiritual people who are watching this program today and the service, we find it so easy to send out healing, don't we? You know, we've all been, as Ray said earlier, we've all been sending out healing to Afghanistan. We've been sending out healing to those who've been ill with COVID, to all those that are suffering and can't go out, to the children that haven't been able to go to school. Whoever needs our love and our care, we've been sending out healing to them. And this is great, it's wonderful. And it's because we're such spiritual persons and we care so much. But what about us? How many of you can actually say, hands up, who actually can say, I love myself? And I'm just looking in the audience. I'm peeping over the top of the computer. Not one person has put their hand up. We never think about ourselves, do we? We're always thinking about other people. Especially as spiritualists and spiritual people, we always feel everyone else has to come first. And we forget ourselves. And how can we help others if we don't care about us? A lot of you may know that I'm the healing tutor here at Wimbledon, and I always say to my pupils, give yourself some love, give yourself some healing, because if we're not well and we're not healthy, we can't help other people. Life's been such a turmoil. We need to stay together. We need to unite. There's been a lot of times when people have got different ideas about things. It doesn't matter what you believe, what you think, where you come from, what colour you are, what religion you are. We're all one. We all need to unite and be together and be here for each other. That is what is so important. And that's what's going to get us through this tough time. So today I wanted to do something a little bit different. So all of you that are sitting at home and are sitting here, I just want you to close your eyes for a moment, okay? Now I want you to think, what do you love the most? Whether it be a partner, your grandchildren, your children, an animal, what gives you the most pleasure? What brings that light and that love into your heart? Concentrate on that and think about it. Now bring that feeling into your heart area. Feel how happy you feel, how contented you feel, how wonderful life is. Now I want you to fill your body with that love. Send your body that love. The love that you send to everybody else. The love you give to your friends. The love you give to your husband or wife, your partner. The love you give to your animals, your children, your grandchildren. Send that love to you. Fill your whole body with that love. How does it make you feel? It makes you feel wonderful. You deserve to be loved. Each and every one of you here today deserves to be loved. Soak that love in. Feel it go into every single atom of your body. You're worthy. You deserve that love. You've earned that love. And you must remember to give that love to yourself. So while you're sending love all around the world, to all the places that need it, and to the people that need your help, and that is a wonderful, wonderful thing to do. But remember yourself. Love yourself. Give yourself some healing. Give yourself some time. Fill your heart with happiness. Fill it with strength. Give your heart all those feelings that you send to everybody else. Just concentrate on that for a few moments. It's not easy to think about yourself. And while you're doing that, we're going to do something even a little bit harder. Think of a situation around you. Maybe a person around you, somebody that you've had a bit of a tiff with, somebody that's been annoying you recently, or just a situation. And send that love to them. See them surrounded by that golden, golden love. Not an easy thing to do. It's an easy thing to send love to people we care about. Send love to all those that perhaps have done wrong and don't understand. Those who don't do right, or in our eyes, right in the world, that have hurt us or hurt other people. Send them that love. Fill them with that golden, golden light, that they may see the errors of their ways. They may see things differently. And they may feel enlightened to handle situations differently in the future. And while we're there, we're going to send that love to our world. Visualize our planet. Put that wonderful golden light around our world. See it shining and bright. Our world needs help at the moment in so many different directions. Okay, so just open your eyes when you're ready. I hope you all feel a little bit different inside. And I hope you've given yourself some love, because it's so important. And as I've said before, we spend all day, don't we, as healers, spiritualists, sending out love to others, and we always forget ourselves. And we're really, in some respects, the most important part, because if we can't be healthy, she says, with a dodgy shoulder and a dodgy leg, but that doesn't stop me sending out love. We've all got physical bits that are falling off, I think, when we get to a certain age. But if we can send that love to ourselves, it makes us stronger. And if we're stronger as a person, then think of all those people that we can help more. If we're stronger physically, if we're stronger mentally, because times have been so tough, and I think we've all plodded on and we've all carried on, and yeah, I'm fine. But I think physically and mentally, this has affected everybody in so many different ways. And it's affected children's mental health and adults' mental health. And we've got to be strong. We've got to get that power from spirit, Get that feeling inside us to give us the strength, to give us the power, to carry on, to be able to help others, but to also be able to help ourselves. Because if we're strong and we're powerful, think how mighty we can be. And if we all join together, as I said earlier, it doesn't matter what your feelings are, what colour you are, what your sexual orientation is, where you come from, what your religion is. We're human beings. Get that power from Spirit, join together, and send that power out to our world to heal our world and to help those that are governing our world to do the right thing. And I'll leave that with you this morning.
Thank you, Les. Thank you very much indeed. Well, friends, I know you can't see me for the moment, but I'm only here for a few moments. Lesley's now going to bring the two worlds just that little bit closer. If Lesley should speak to you, please answer clearly, either here in the congregation with a good, clear voice, or if you could answer clearly online by saying by answering yes and be clear on what you're saying yes to. If you're saying no, also be clear to what you're saying no to. So, friends, I'll hand you back to Lesley, who will now demonstrate the gifts of the Spirit. Lesley, thank you.
Okay, I've got a gentleman that's stepped forward. He's come forward, quite funnily, on a bicycle, but it's a very, very old-fashioned bicycle. It's not like one you'd have nowadays. And he looks very much like my Uncle Ted. So I wonder whether a Ted or an Edward is connected to this man. He's quite tall. He's quite casually dressed, but he looks as though he's got a jacket and trousers on, and he's got bicycle clips keeping his trousers tight round his ankles, and he's got brown polished shoes on. So he's this is what's dating it, because today we'd probably have trainers on, wouldn't we, or something like that, if we were riding a bike, but he's got brown polished shoes on. Now the front wheel of this bike is buckled. So I don't know whether he wasn't very good at riding his bike. I don't feel he had an accident on his bike and that's what took him over. But he's also shown me the chain falling off of his bike. So I do feel he'd have had lots of problems, but he loved this old bike. He's got very thin wispy hair over the top, very, very fine wispy hair, just sort of, what's it called, a swoop, when they pull it over, but it's very, very fine. And I do feel there would have been a heart or a chest condition with this man, because he's showing me his chest. I don't know whether anybody can understand him or take him.
Someone, Deborah King's taking it online, Les.
Okay, can take Ted, right, bent wheel and the chain. Oh, lovely. Okay, right, let's see where we're going with this. He's actually laughing because I think he would have been quite a jovial man when he was here on earth. He's actually saying to me, I wasn't very good at this. And I think he would have had quite a few wobbles on this bike. So I don't know whether he rode the bike till he was quite a good age. I do feel he did. But there was quite a lot of fun around. I don't know whether people would have taken a mickey out of him because of this. Let's see where he's come forward to talk. If you can understand all that, Deborah, that's lovely, because it's quite unusual.
Yes, you can take this. My uncle had a son called Robert.
Okay.
Oh, Sally Ann, sorry.
Sally Ann, I could take this one. Son called Robert. Okay. I do feel my granddad rode a bike. The other lady that came on first, was it Deborah? Deborah. You can understand the bent wheel and the chain, because this is
I can take the brush over here too and bring
Okay, I'd fill on with you, Deborah, because I feel the wonky bike wheel and the chain was important. And he would laugh, was a jovial man. Okay. I do feel he would have liked to.
He had a few wobbles, yes, and lots of fun, and yes, and would laugh.
I feel on with you, Deborah. And I do feel he would quite like a game of cards as well, because he's showing me cards. He would like, maybe he would have played patience as well. You know, when you play on your own. My dad used to play that a lot. Right, let's see what he wants to say to you, Deborah. He's coming to bring you fun this morning, Deborah, and I think that's why he's come on his bike, because he wants to give you upliftment. So I don't know whether you've been feeling a bit down at the moment. He's actually saying to me to tell you to get on your bike. Now by that I mean, I feel he's telling you to go out more. So I don't know whether you've become in the habit of staying in a little bit, because I think a lot of us have done that with the COVID. We've sort of got out of the habit of going out and doing as much. I know I have. But he wants you to go out and have fun more. Now I don't know whether you're okay, lovely. I don't know whether you're suffering with your tummy, because he's giving me sort of like an acidy, nervous feeling in my stomach, like an anxiety feeling with you. Yes, you've been down. Okay, bless you. Now, he's definitely bringing you fun, because he's put a jester's hat on. So I don't know whether this is something he's done in the past, or whether this is just something he's doing to make you laugh at the moment, because he's got one of those jester's hats on with the bells on it, and he's ringing the bell, and he's got his tongue sticking out. He looks lovely, and he's bringing that to you at the moment. He's also talking about feet, so I'm not sure whether that's your feet or his feet. I feel it's probably yours, that there may be a problem there. He's saying you must you need to walk more. You need to walk more. Can't get on bike, yes, need to go out more. Okay, yeah. And I feel you need to walk more, and this will help with the legs. You've a tummy problem, anxiety, okay. Well, he's coming to you to bring you upliftment, Deborah, okay? You need fun. You used to wear funny hats and tongue out, okay? They give you such weird things, don't they? But you have to give it, otherwise that makes the best evidence. Okay. He's also showing me, is it barley sugar? Those things that were sweeties that were twisted? Barley sugar. So I don't know whether there's a connection there with you with barley sugar, whether he would have bought you barley sugar or used to eat barley sugar. Your feet are bad, hard to walk too far. Okay. Yeah, I know the problem. He's saying if you do little bits at a time, and I don't know whether you suffer with cramp or it's as though blood isn't flowing properly in your legs. That's what I'm feeling. Obviously we don't diagnose or anything, but I feel he's saying if you just do little bits of walks every day and make it bigger, longer and longer and longer, don't forget you have to come back as well, because that's what I always forget. I always think, right, yeah, candy floss. No, this is cough candy, not candy floss, so I won't make it fit. This was like a barley sugar or a cough candy in a little sweetie. So he loves sweets and barley sugar. Okay, lovely. Yeah, because I didn't want to make it fit with the other one. Yeah, because he's saying to you, don't forget you've got to come back, because I do that. I go for a walk and then, if I go for a little while, I forget I have to come back again. So remember that. I'm going to leave his love with you, because I want to try and get on and do some more messages. He is around you, and he's talking about your kitchen. There's something's happened in your kitchen. I don't know whether your kettle's gone on, or there's something to do with your kettle, and he's been messing about. And if it hasn't happened, just keep an eye out for it. And if it does, then you'll don't make a big thing of keep looking at the kettle, but it might happen in the future if your legs, you like sweets and twists, okay. Yeah, there's something to do with your kettle in the kitchen. Can you check the wire as well on the kettle? I don't know whether the plug's a bit loose or you've got a bit of wire. Okay. Just check your kettle's all right. I'm not saying it's going to blow up or anything like that, but he's drawing my attention to that. Okay. So I'll send you all his love and leave his love with you. We've got all wheels today. I've got a lady coming through now in a wheelchair, and actually, one of our congregation has just got a lovely new bright pink wheelchair, and we were talking about that earlier. But as this lady's coming through in a wheelchair, she's actually doing a wheelie, so she's bringing the front wheels up. And it's as though she's coming just in on the back wheels. So I feel as though I wouldn't have said she'd have done this when she was here, because I would imagine it's quite hard to do. Give it a try.
Not today.
Yeah, no, not today. Okay. She's also got a stick as well. Now, this reminds me of our Derek, because I remember I took him shopping to Sainsbury's or Tesco's once in his wheelchair, and he had a big long stick, and he poked his stick out, and he was going like this, telling everybody to get out the way as we were going round Tesco's, and I'm behind him, Del, stop it. But this is what this lady's doing.
Did the lady have one leg?
I think it might be Nanny Rose.
Because
yes.
I would wheel her out of the pub.
Okay. Yeah.
That way.
Don't feed the medium.
No, but I'm saying the week she couldn't have done it, but I would.
Because I felt Nanny Rose.
Yeah.
Obviously, I've never met this lady. I have heard about her, but as she came through, and I feel she's waving a hanky as well, a white hanky, Ray, as though she's surrendering.
I had a problem finding a white hanky this morning.
Okay, because she's going like this, waving a white hanky, so maybe she's got it. Maybe she moved it.
I found it.
Oh, you found it, okay. But she's waving this white hanky. If you can understand it, that's okay. She's actually saying to me, Del got a lot of his traits from her. Okay, that the what's that word? The
Bloody mindedness.
yeah, but
no, but I know what you mean.
yeah, the cheeky side.
Yeah,
cheeky side.
No,
yeah, that's what she's saying. Okay. She's also talking about feet. Have you ever been having problems with your feet?
Yes.
Okay, because she's talking about your feet as well, and she's saying you don't put them up enough. When you're at home, will you put them up?
I do.
You do,
No,
but
really
not
do.
enough.
No, but I've been talking about her the other day because she didn't look after her feet, and I said to Jack, I don't want to end up like Nan.
Right, okay. And she's going like this. She's wagging her finger. She's a little bit like me in that respect. Don't do what I do. Do what I say.
No, I understand. That's very much so.
When she's coming through. Okay. She's saying Dad's fine. Dad's not here, which makes a change because he's normally around me when I do mediumship, but he's not here this morning. He's obviously off doing something else. And she's also saying she watches the kids play.
Mm-hmm.
One of the children see her, and I fill out the three. It would be Noah.
Okay.
I would imagine if I had a choice, it would be Ethan, but she's saying Noah.
Okay.
All right.
That would explain some of his mischievous.
Oh yeah, well, I was just going to say, she's saying he's a cheeky little monkey.
Oh.
She's saying he's a cheeky little monkey, but she likes that.
Yeah, no, she would.
She likes the naughty ones.
Yeah.
She doesn't like good kids. When she was looking after them maybe, but she likes the cheeky ones that got a little bit of spirit, and that's what she's talking about. Okay. She just wanted to pop in and say hello, I think, Ray.
Okay, that's lovely. Thank you.
Yeah, look after your feet.
Yeah.
She's telling you to put, I don't know whether this is something she did, I know my dad used to do, put them in some tepid water.
Okay.
Sit on the settee and just leave them in tepid water. She said that would be good for them.
Yeah, I would go.
All right, not hot,
No.
but tepid.
Yeah.
Okay. Gosh, they tell you funny things, don't they? Right, I'll leave her
See,
alone.
but before she lost both her legs, she used to do that. Put her feet in
did
a
she?
bowl of water. She
Okay.
had one of those old-fashioned white steel ones.
Right, okay.
And she would do that.
Yeah.
And she did it with her one good leg.
Oh, right.
Occasionally when it hurt, she felt her feet were hurt, she would do
Yeah,
that.
but she's saying
I'll
to
tell you something else afterwards.
Okay. She's saying
She's not for church ears.
No, she definitely was a character.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah, definitely was a character, and I think you can see where Del Boy got his cheekiness.
Very, very similar.
Okay, right, let's see where we're going now. Now, I've got a gentleman coming in. He's in, looks like a sailor's uniform because it's a dark blue. He's got like a cap, a proper cap on, and he's come in and he's saluted. Very, very upright, very, very smart man. Got medals. He's got, you know, the ones that come in a line, not the ones that hang, but the ones that go. Sorry?
Bars.
The bar, yes. He's showing me some of those. It looks as though he's dressed for parade because he's got white gloves on as well. Now, first when he came through, he looked old. Now he looks young. Okay. I feel as though that's very odd, because when I first saw him, he looked quite old, and now I'm seeing somebody that's shrunk, and there's two people that have come in together, again in the sailor uniform with the white gloves, sort of like on a dress parade. But this man looks younger. He looks in his 20s, early 30s, and I feel he would have died in combat. I don't know whether anybody could understand. I know it's not a lot of evidence at the moment. Barry, I'm hearing the name Barry. There's a connection with Barry somewhere. I'm getting Barnum. It's Barnum. My dad was in the Navy and got medals. Okay. I don't know whether... I don't know whether this is an American thing rather than...
It's just come up American.
Okay. I don't know whether there's anybody from America could understand this, because I don't know if they do it over here. You know when they fold the flag, they put the flag on the coffin and they fold it up into a triangle? I can see them doing this. Angela says she can take the name Barry. Can you take the gentleman in the naval uniforms, because this is important? I don't always put a lot of, I'm not always that good with names, I just give it out if I get a name, but these two men are standing together, so whether they've both come from the same family, and the elder gentleman has brought the younger one through, and it would have been a son or a younger person that would have followed him into the military. Oh, so let's see. They're not really saying anything. They're just both standing there, saluting. They're showing me this coffin, and it's a big coffin, and I do feel this is in America, because we don't have coffins like that over here. Goodness me. If nobody can take him, I'll try and move on, but it's just... I wonder if it's got anything to do with those men that died. But they were army, weren't they, Ray?
As far as I'm aware, yes, but they could have been Marines.
Yeah.
They were Marines.
Were they Marines?
And Marines would have worn a cap, and their uniform is a blue uniform.
Okay, because I feel there maybe there'll be a connection and they're coming through. If nobody can take it, I'm going to try and break this link. And
Right, someone here, Angela,
I think they worked in sea rescue for a while as well.
That's Barry, me. Sorry.
Passed recently, there was a military funeral. Okay, we're getting there. Let's see. He's telling me there were people that couldn't go to his funeral. I don't know, I mean, I know it's probably a bit of a cop-out, isn't it, with COVID, but he's saying there's people that couldn't go to his funeral, and some wanted to travel, so I don't know whether people travelled a distance to get to his funeral, but not everybody that wanted to go could get there. I feel his mum is still here. Whoever this gentleman is, his mum is still here on the earth plane, because I can see a lady by the coffin crying. I saw his funeral on stream, couldn't go there. Okay. And this was this a burial? I know you shouldn't ask questions, but was this a burial, Angela? Because I can see this outside on grass. I don't feel it was a cremation, it would have been a burial. Because I want to make sure I get the right connection with this. He's holding his head, only a small number at funerals on live stream. This gentleman's holding his head. So there would have been a problem with his head when he passed. No inside. I don't feel that's not right then, Angela, I'm sorry. I'm not going to make it fit. I don't like doing that because I can see this funeral outside. I can see it. I can see the grass, and it's sort of like an electric thing that takes the coffin down.
Definitely sounds American.
Yes, it is. It's in America. It's not here. Okay. If nobody can take this, I'm going to leave that. But there's definitely an impact with the head. I feel maybe that he was one of these soldiers. I might go through them when I get home because I know there's pictures up, isn't there, and see if I can actually see him on the picture. He fell and hurt himself. Was this gentleman cremated, Angela, or was he buried? Can I ask you? I shouldn't ask because I don't want to dismiss him. We could be having two coming in together. There's definitely an impact with his head. And it was like that. He was gone. It wasn't an illness. It was poof, and he was gone, this man. And he would have been, he's shown me himself in his 20s, his early 30s. Okay, Angela's not coming up with anything else at the moment. I know we've got to wait. To be honest, not sure. It was live stream, so sorry, not sure which. Okay. And I do definitely feel this was in America. So Angela, I don't know whether this was in America with this young gentleman because it's definitely happened in America. There was an impact with the head. It was instant. And he's talking about holes in his socks. He's talking about socks with holes in. He had holes in his socks. He was mortified. Because you know when your mum says, don't you, if you go out, always make sure you've got clean underwear on. He had holes in his socks. Okay, I'm going to try and leave that with you because I want to try and move on to somebody else. It's definitely a military cemetery, so there's a military connection with this because I'm seeing lots and lots of white graves with the crosses on them, not America. I'm definitely not with you then, Angela, I do apologise. So
American graves.
Yeah, American graves.
Don't have
names.
crosses.
Oh, they don't have crosses. This look
Only
like
only in Europe, I think.
Okay,
in cemeteries back in America,
Yeah.
which I've been to a few, they just have a white headstone.
Yeah, this is like a white, and there's
Yeah.
lots of them.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and they're in
okay.
very strong lines. That's
Yeah.
what you're describing sounds like Arlington
Okay.
National Cemetery.
Well, can we all send our love out to this gentleman? Because I do feel it is...
Annette Lafleur.
Oh,
My husband was buried in a military funeral recently.
Okay, and that's a lady
He was killed in an accident.
This is a lady that comes from America, isn't it? I think because I recognise her children. Okay, was there an impact? Would you know there's an impact? And he's going on about these socks, Annette. He's going about holes in his socks. He was killed in...
Hello, from Connecticut.
Okay,
Yes.
okay, that feels better. That feels better. Let's see if I can get some. I don't know whether he was somewhere where he shouldn't have been, or he'd been told not to go. Because part of it, he's taking responsibility himself. It was an accident, it was something that happened, but part of him is taking responsibility.
Yes.
Okay. He's showing me a ring. I don't know whether you've got his ring or you wear his ring, but he's showing me a ring. But I feel it may be round your neck, or you're thinking of maybe putting the ring around your neck because it's too big. Because he's showing me that. You've also felt him around you, Annette. Would you understand this? You felt him around you. He's saying she smelt me. So I don't mean that in a nasty way. So I don't know whether he would wear a certain aftershave or there was a connection with him. But I do feel as though you'd have felt him around you. Let's see if we get him. And I do feel there would be an anniversary coming up soon as well. Either just gone or coming up reasonably soon, a wedding anniversary that you could connect with. Okay, it's quite a long distance. And I don't know whether you can understand this other military gentleman that's coming in with them, Annette, because they're coming in together. They're not telling me whether they're related. The other gentleman you smell him around me, brilliant. Okay, oh, I'm so glad.
That's good.
I'm so glad we found him. That is absolutely brilliantly great. This other gentleman is taller than your husband. Is coming through with him, and I think he's perhaps brought him through. Apart from the family, the military was his life. He was meant to be a military man. This is what he's telling me. It was his life. He's also saying to you, don't worry about the family. Don't worry about the family. I do feel you've been worrying about how you're going to cope without him. And he's saying you're a very, very strong lady. You'll cope without him, and you won't be without him because he's going to guide you. He's going to be there. He's going to be standing behind you. He's going to help you with decisions. He's going to influence you. And I feel this is with children or decisions you might have to make. Also, I don't know if there's a problem with, or there's a worry with the home, whether you're worried you can stay in the home you're living in, because he's talking about that. He's telling you basically not to worry, which is so easy to say, isn't it? He's telling me he hasn't gone anywhere. He hasn't gone anywhere. And you will feel his hand on your shoulder. You will feel his hand on your shoulder. If you haven't done already, you'll feel his hand on your shoulder. I think Chelsea are playing.
No, Celtic.
Oh, Celtic,
There's
okay.
a Celtic appreciation or fan club next
Oh,
door.
right, okay. I hope you can understand some of the things I've said, Annette. If you can, please put some messages up. And I'm going to try and I'll leave his love with you because I want to try and get on and do another message. I don't know how much time we've got, okay? Don't be afraid, he's going to be with you, okay? That's the main thing. Don't be afraid, he's going to be with you. And you just sold the home you built, okay. I knew there was a thing about the home. It's going to be okay. You're going to be okay. He's telling me he will never leave you. He's telling me he will never leave you. But he's also saying for as long as you need him there, okay? So if you want to move on at some time, that's fine with him. And I'm going to leave what you do. That's a personal thing. I will leave that with you. But he's saying, if you want to move on in time, that's fine with him. But he's always going to be there when you need him. And I know there's 3 children on that picture, and I don't know if they're your children, but I do feel there is a middle child that will see him. No, is it the middle child or is it the one in the... No. I know the picture, you shouldn't go by pictures, but I'm very, very drawn to the boy in the middle of the picture. And I do feel that boy has been a strength to you, or he will be a strength to you as well. And it's as though he's taken on the role of looking after the family, even though you're so young. Right, I'm going to leave that with you. Okay, God bless. I'm so glad we found him. I hate it when you can't
Done well.
place it where you want to. Oh my goodness, it's all military this morning. I've now got a lady coming forward, and I feel this lady would have been in the Wrens. She was either in the Wrens or she would have been in the Wrens in the war, because she's coming through in a long grey skirt that sort of comes down under her knees with a little short jacket, and it looks like a soft cap with a peak, and it reminds me of one of you know, in the war, that sometimes they used to join up, didn't they? I know my mum wanted to be a motorbike rider, and my nan wouldn't let her, and she wanted to join up, but they wouldn't let her. And I feel this, I don't feel she was in the Wrens all the time. I feel it was just during the war.
That's a black uniform.
Is it black? Okay, now then this lady.
The grey colour looks like volunteer service, a raw.
Yeah, this lady's in dark grey, but I felt it was something.
I'm sure that's a grey.
I felt it was something during the war that she didn't actually sign up, but she did something.
Did a voluntary thing.
Yes, at home.
Yeah.
Whatever they.
I think that's voluntary service.
Is it WAFs they call them? Women's Royal Voluntary.
Yeah. Yeah.
I feel she was a WAF, this lady.
WAF is different.
Okay, then I feel she was a WAF. Sorry, my
WAF
mistake.
is Royal Air Force.
My mistake, because that's how she's coming forward.
And that's a bluey grey.
Yeah,
colour,
this is a grey colour she's wearing. Because she's come through and she's saluted. She wants to talk to her granddaughter. Your nan wasn't anything like that, was she?
No, not that she told me anyway.
Okay. Because I just felt a connection with you. Okay. Maybe she's there as well.
Oh, she might be coming next.
Maybe she's there. Okay. Let's see what this lady wants. This lady didn't die during the war, and I feel she wants to talk to a grandchild. So it would be Nan that's in spirit, that would have been in the WAFs. And I'm getting an M name, Marion Marigold, an M name. I feel is coming forward. She's shouting out to me. I'm not sure she would have been through before, because she's not saying an awful lot. She's quite quiet, as though she's not quite sure what she's meant to be doing. She's talking about discipline. There's not enough discipline nowadays, because she's marching up and down, and she's saying it would do a lot of younger people good to have the discipline they had back then. I don't know whether anybody can understand this lady.
It's only right, my name was, but wait for it.
Okay. She's my nan. Okay, and you can understand the WAF connection. Grandmother was named Marie. Was there a WAF connection with James or the lady before? Because I feel this is very important. This lady was in the WAF. I don't know as well whether this lady perhaps would have had a little bit of dementia before she passed, or would have had a condition where she got confused. Dementia perhaps is too strong a word, but I feel she might have had a little bit of confusion towards the end of her life. Because she's like saying to me, I've got it all up here now, I've got it all up here now. I know what she's saying, something about my brother. Okay. And Tony, you can understand the WAF connection, because that is really, really important, that this lady was in the WAF. If you can understand that, Tony, because Marie Josephine Katz, okay. I'm not that good, James. I haven't got all of her name, unfortunately. Oh, she's not telling me. Just listen anyway, and if you can accept anything else that's coming, that'd be great.
She's answering all the right answers, giving the right answers. She's just not saying about the whack or the.
Yeah, she did get very confused. Okay, yes. Okay. She's very, very much talking about discipline. It wouldn't have happened in my day. That's what she's saying. So I know you're talking about your brother, so I don't know whether he's done something or he's got up to something he shouldn't have done, because she's saying it wouldn't have happened in my day. What's the word I'm looking for? I'm useless with words. Back in her day, people had different expectations. Kids now, or people now, want everything on a plate. You know what I mean? And she's saying when she was younger, you saved up. You know, you got your money first, then you bought it. Now it's like, oh, I've got to have this, I've got to have the best of that, I've got to have the best iPhone. You know what I mean? and kids aren't used to going without now, and this is what she's talking about. And that word is right at the tip of my tongue, so if anybody can think what it is. Different priorities, is that the word? No, it's not. But they had different values. Thank you, whoever that was. Different values, that's right. She's saying he needs a clip round the ear. All right? She's saying he needs a clip round the ear. He needs a good talking to. And she's saying to me, he needs a man to sit down and tell him what's what. So I don't know whether there isn't a man around, an older man around that he respects that could do that. But she said he needs somebody he respects to sit down and tell him what's what. Because it's as though that doesn't care isn't really the right word, but it's as though nothing can hurt me, nothing's going to touch me. Doesn't matter what I do, nothing's going to happen. You know, I wouldn't end up in prison. I wouldn't end up with that. You know, I'm just going to sail through life. And Nanny's saying this isn't true. This isn't true. I do feel you've tried to speak to him. If you can let me know if you can understand any of this, Tony, it would be lovely. I do feel as though you've tried to. In fact, a lot of people have tried to speak to him, but it's like he laughs it off.
Tony, can you answer yes or no to what Leslie's saying?
The only person he listened to was Grandad. Okay.
Thank you, Tony.
Okay. And I presume Grandad isn't here then. Okay. Then we'll have to ask Grandad to step forward, won't we? And Nanny's saying he wouldn't have got away with it. He wouldn't have got away with it. So I don't know what he's done. She's not telling me. It's none of my business. I do feel as though there's something that's gone on. And she's worried. He needs sorting out now before he gets into more trouble. She's actually saying to me, military service would have done him good. You know, when they used to send kids.
National service.
National service, yeah. National service would have done him good. That's what she's saying to me. She's very proud of you, Tony. And I feel as though you've overcome quite a few difficulties in your life. You've been knocked down quite a few times and picked yourself back up again and carried on, even to the fact that there's been times when you think to yourself, I can't do this again, I can't do this again. You found the strength to do that, and she's so proud of you. And I think that's all she wants to say. She just wanted to come through to say that this your brother, as you said, needs more discipline, and somebody's got to step in to do this, because before he gets himself in too deep, the people he's with aren't good for him either. He's with the wrong people. He's getting influenced by other people around him as well. And he's not taking responsibility for anything. He's saying to me, he's not taking responsibility for anything. But she's also saying that don't take too much of this on board, okay? You can only do what you can do. Don't let it affect your life too much. You can only try and help as much as you can. And if he does get into trouble and he does go down the wrong path, then that's on him, all right? So please don't take this on board too much and make yourself ill over it. You can only do so much, and this is what Nan wants to tell you. So I'm going to leave her love with you. I do feel Grandad might come forward and give him a bit of a kick up the bum, or try and influence him in some way. But he needs to get away from these people he's with, because they're not helping. Okay, I'll leave their love with you. Okay. Have I got time for another one, mate?
Yeah, or that's it, whichever you prefer.
I feel as though I've got.
Yeah,
Right, have
you're
I?
right at the time,
I feel
yeah.
like I think I've got Ivy with me.
You got a nice 100% from Tony.
Oh, lovely. Now, I did know Ivy, not personally, but I knew Ivy as a medium, and I've spoken to her in the past. I don't know anything about her life. And I do know you, Sharon, just do
Thank you, yeah.
talking, but we're not friends, are we? So I just want to put that out there before. And Ivy is Sharon's nan, so let's see where we're going. Are you worried that you're not going to walk again? I know I shouldn't ask questions.
Yes. Yeah.
No, you will. Okay? And she's tapping her finger.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
She's like adamant. You know, don't you give up.
Yeah.
Don't you give up. Don't even think about it.
Okay.
Don't even let it cross your mind. That's not happening. Okay? This is a blip. That's what she's telling me. This is a blip. That's not even going to happen. And she's so, I didn't think she was like that when she was here, but she is so adamant. I had one of the best readings ever
I know.
with Nan 20 years ago. It, absolutely brilliant. Can't remember what she said, but it was brilliant.
Way, isn't it? Yeah.
Okay.
Did speak like that, didn't she?
She did.
Did she? Okay. But
Yeah,
she's absolutely, she's literally banging her fist on the
Helped
table.
me off a few times.
Yeah, she's absolutely, I know, I said a finger, but it's not, it's a fist. She's banging her fist on the table saying, don't you dare. Don't you dare. She's really, really having a go.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, I've told her. I'm only passing the message on. She's come to you in your dreams.
Yeah.
She's telling me she's come to you in your dreams, and she's tried to talk to you, but you don't always acknowledge it.
Or maybe I don't know, but maybe I'm just too tired.
Okay,
or something,
she's saying you
but
don't always acknowledge it.
I have remembered, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
because she's coming to you in your dreams. She's also strokes your forehead.
Yeah, she does.
When, you know, if you're in bed, she strokes your forehead.
Yeah.
So I think she probably would have done that when you were little.
She did, I was just about to say that, yeah.
And she's wiped away tears.
Yeah.
So I feel there's been tears, and she's wiped away the tears.
Yeah.
Now she's shaking you. Okay, that was a kind bit. Now she's got you, and she's got you like that, and she's shaking you.
Snap out of it.
Yes, yes, she's absolutely shaking you. She's saying you've got the strength, you've got the power. Probably a little bit like we were talking. Maybe she was behind me,
Yeah.
helping me with that this
Yeah,
morning
yeah,
as
yeah.
well. Okay. She's talking about your back
Yeah.
and the pain in your back.
Yeah.
Really is giving you chip.
Yeah.
It's as though there's nothing, there's no medication or anything that's actually.
That's right.
Okay, she's saying to me, will you visualise her hands on the bottom of your back? When it gets really bad,
Yes.
just visualise Nan's hands on the bottom of your
Okay.
back, and you will feel the heat.
Okay.
Okay, because she said she's going to. I don't even know if Nan was a healer.
Oh yeah, she
Was she a healer?
amazing.
Okay, because I feel,
Amazing, yeah.
you know, she's saying I'm going to sort this. You know,
Yeah.
I'm not saying she's going to take it away completely, but it will ease.
I've just got to say, when I was completely paralysed from the waist down for 2 years, I was told I'd never ever walk again. My nan and granddad got me walking because of all the healing.
Right. Okay. So you understand that.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. Because she's going to give you healing to your back, and she's also talking about your neck. So I don't know if you
Yeah.
suffer with the neck pain.
Yeah, I do.
Because
yeah.
she's talking about that as well.
Yeah.
And I think what she's doing is picking out the main pain.
Yes,
Because I
that's
feel
right.
as though there's pain everywhere.
Yeah, but that's the most.
But that's the main ones
worst
that she wants to concentrate
The
on.
rest is nothing really
Yeah,
compared.
that's what she wants to
Yeah.
concentrate on at the moment. Okay. Have you? She's showing me a necklace. I don't know if you've got a necklace or something that belonged to her.
It's not.
It looks like beads, or like round beads, big ones. But I don't feel it's expensive. It's more like dress jewellery.
It's not a necklace.
Don't worry if you can't understand it.
It's not a necklace.
No.
But I've got jewellery.
No, I'm not going to change it
No.
because I don't want to make it fit.
Yeah.
But she's just showing me this sort of pearl. Maybe she liked wearing necklaces, I don't know, but it's
She
like
did,
a
yeah.
dressy necklace. It's
Yeah,
not
I've got-
expensive.
I've got lots of things like that. So
Yeah.
She's probably been looking.
I
at
don't
stuff.
feel as though it would be expensive jewellery. She'd
Yeah.
have had. She's saying tat. She's
Well, I've
called.
got a lot of that.
She's
hand.
calling it tat. She's saying it's tat.
Charming.
Okay.
She'd always speak her mind, didn't
Yeah,
she?
yeah.
Right, she's going to your legs now, to your feet. I'm talking about numbness in your feet and tingling.
Yeah.
I don't even know if you can wiggle your feet, but she's saying to you, wiggle your feet.
Yeah, well, I've got nerve damage, so.
Okay, because she's saying if you're sitting, wiggle them.
Yeah.
Just give them a little wiggle.
Okay.
Every now and again. All right? Because and she's funny because she's saying if you don't do that, I'll come and stamp on them, and then that'll make them move. Because, you know what I mean? She sounds like I say. I only knew her from when she worked and occasionally speaking to her. She's also saying you're not eating properly.
Yes. Yeah.
You are or you're not?
I'm not.
Okay, because she's saying you're not eating properly. You're eating rubbish.
Yeah.
Eating rubbish.
Is this fault? No, it's not.
Well, do you know, I was going to just go to you, funny enough. No, I don't know whether you knew Ivy or not. No, I didn't feel you did, because she's saying, you can cook her something nice.
I'll do it short.
Yeah, but she's talking about meat, proper vegetables.
Yeah, I'll do.
And she's saying,
Okay. Yeah.
because she's not talking about vegetables like I'd get out of the back freezer. She's talking about proper fresh veg that you peel. You know what I mean? Not like me, get it out of the freezer and bang it in.
I totally understand that.
Yeah, because this is what she's saying. Because she's saying feed the body, feeds the soul, makes you better.
Yes.
Okay, and she's saying, she's pointing a finger at you with that one. Okay, so you haven't got away with it today. She's actually saying to me, he might not have met me, but he knows I'm around.
I do.
Yeah,
I do.
so I feel you're aware of her as well.
Yeah, I do.
Do you sometimes talk to her picture?
I do.
Okay, because she's talking about you talking to her picture.
Yeah.
And it's sort of like, it's just like, yeah, all right, I know you're here. Or something like that you're saying to her. Yeah, okay, she's talking about that. She thinks that's funny. Because she says he thinks I'm in the frame. You know what I mean? She thinks that's quite funny. So I do feel she's got a wonderful sense of humour. She's also talking about a mat, or there's a mat or something that's sticking up.
Yeah.
Be careful,
Yeah.
or even move it.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, because she doesn't want you to trip over it.
That's in
It might be a good idea, roll it out the way, just for a
Yeah.
little while, and then put it back out.
That's in the car. The carpet's come up.
Okay, she's saying, yeah, be careful.
Thank you.
Get it out the way. And she said, you can put it back when you're all right.
Okay.
That's what she's saying, you can put it back when you're all right.
All right. Yeah.
Okay, don't throw it away.
No.
And she's given you all her strength.
Bless her.
So is Grandad. Grandad's coming in as well. Because I feel they come as a pair.
Yeah, they do.
They come as a pair, and Grandad is coming in as well. Grandad, I felt, was perhaps more the quiet one out of the two.
Oh, yeah.
You know, Nan did the talking. Grandad was there,
Yeah, but not me.
but he would have been Nan would have been nowhere without Grandad. He
Yeah,
was
that's
a
it.
rock.
Yeah.
That's what she's saying to me. He was
Yeah.
a rock.
Yeah.
And she said to me, he knew when to speak. That's what she said to me. She knew when to speak. In other words, when she let him. You know what I mean? But they're both there so strongly with you.
Bless them.
And I don't know whether you've got more. I know you've had tests, and I don't know whether you're having more tests, but
Yeah.
they will come with you.
Oh, bless them. Yeah.
Okay, they will come with you.
Yeah.
And I know at the moment, if you go to hospital, you have to go on your own. You can't have somebody. And she's saying they're going to be either side of you.
Yeah.
So just be aware that they will be either side of you
Thank
if
you.
you have to go for more tests.
Thank you.
And she's telling me, you can do this, girl. You can do this. And I'm going to leave a love with
Oh,
you.
that's lovely. Thank you.
Can I leave it there, Rach?
Yeah, thank you, Les. Thank you very much. The Lady Ivy Davis, she was a minister of spiritualism, very beautiful, fantastic spiritual healer. People would go up to have healing from her at our sanctuary at Greater World, and they always fell asleep for about 10 or 15 minutes, and she always felt she did good. And she'd come down, she'd done a wonderful service this day, and she'd give some lovely counselling and advice to people. And she come into my office to say goodnight, and I said, have a good journey, hope home's all right. She said, going home? She said, I'm rolling my sleeve up and smash some heads together when I get home. I went, oh, okay. And she gave me a little bit more, but not much. But she was a gorgeous human being, and she really was. And she always remembered my kids at Christmas and their birthdays, and she was a great part of everybody's life. And I know how much you all loved her in the family, you know. But if she had to, she could tell. And Sid knew his place. It's like that John Cleese sketch. He knew where he was. You know, even when she passed, bless her. It was a horrible passing she had with the cancer and the pain and everything. Poor old Sid was devastated. He really was. He really was totally lost without her, wasn't he? So, but it's good that she comes back quite often. But it's nice because you know, I've got a bit about your nan outside. I found in an old magazine. I tore it out for you, so I thought you could take that home later. So I need to speak to Jim before you go home. Stay back behind class. You've got detention. Friends, thank you very much for today's service. It's been wonderful. Please, those who can, stay in for tea and coffee. Please help Jackie where you can. She's still not as best as she would like. Les, thank you very much for your service. I ask Richard for our adverts, please. VIP evenings tonight, Sunday, on Zoom from 8 o'clock. Brunch tomorrow. It's always a great morning. Matt and Kirsty in the evening. That's it. So thank you very much. Friendship Club at Wimbledon will be on Wednesday, and Jackie's hoping to be able to come here and do it. I'll keep people posted if we do manage to get here. And I can hear voices. Is my clairaudience getting better? Friends, thank you very much for being here this morning. I ask Lesley to close our meeting with prayer.
Heavenly Father, Divine Spirit, thank you for bringing us all here today to our wonderful church. Thank you for being with me, our guides and helpers, to pass on messages of love and comfort. And at the end of the day, as mediums, we can only give what we can give. And we never know whether it's going to work on the day, so I do appreciate your help today. May things get better in our world. May we send love and healing out to our world. And may we all not forget to give ourselves love, because that's so important. So thank you for being here, for guiding us. And I leave our love and our light with you all until we meet again. Amen.
Amen. Richard, James at Spiritual Psychics TV and all the team there, thank you very much for a lovely morning. God bless you all, and we look forward to seeing you next week. And please, everybody, that you can support Spiritual Psychics TV, support them and help them become a greater influence in our spiritual world. Good morning. God bless you all. Bye-bye.